Hey everybody, and welcome to Unsealed. This is the show. I'm Kate Dillon from CrateInsider, Winning Motorsports Marketing, and CrateInsider.com, and also the Cars Racing Show. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here today with Steve Hendren from Hendren Racing Engines.
As usual. It's
Yes.
probably getting kind of old, but
I don't know. Speaking of old, though. Nice little segue. I mean, there's literally never a plan. This is just like, hey, Kate, do you have your equipment set up so we
Yeah.
can do the show?
Yeah.
But happy birthday to
thanks.
Steve Hendren.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. It's your 50th birthday on Friday.
Yep.
But we're both recovering today from your
From the
big
party last
party yesterday.
It was a good show.
Yeah. It was fun times. So I want to congratulate you for being old.
Thank you.
Is 50 old now, or is like 50 the new 30? Like, what's going on?
No, I actually feel the same way I did the other day. So, I mean, that's a good sign, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's a good
I mean,
start.
Of course, now that you're 50, you got to get stuff rammed up your ass and everything else get checked out and make sure you're not going to keel over and die anytime soon. So.
Wow. So you're going to report back to us about your colonoscopy?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know me, it's like unfiltered.
Welcome to the land of TMI.
I share everything.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So I like your shirt today.
Yeah.
I know
About
that.
that?
Trump, keep America great.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, make America great again.
Yeah.
Yes. Couldn't remember if this was a make or a keep. So
Well, I guess
they're all
we need,
good though.
I guess we need to keep it. So.
I want to do everything I can to try to keep our country as free and wonderful as the America
Yeah.
that I believe in.
Vote
you know?
Trump.
I absolutely. You know, I might even vote early. Are you going to vote early, or are you going to vote on election day? What's your plan?
I will vote on election day, actually, just to
Okay.
make a point.
Oh,
My own personal point.
yeah. We all have our own personal feelings about all that. I'm going to get us loaded up here on the computer and.
Basically, the whole thing is like, to me, like, you know, all the Karens are mailing in their votes. So
Well, Karens,
I'm
they're
gonna do the anti-Karen and
well,
show up and actually vote in person.
Karens, they're cousins,
Yeah.
they're dead parents and grandparents from.
Well, yeah, they'll all be voting Democrat, obviously.
Yeah, I am very unhappy about all of that, to be perfectly honest. But okay, so here we go. Yeah, it looks like we got some questions ready.
Damn. Well, we missed last week because we were actually driving home from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we needed to address that because
So.
you know then our show, then our show anyway. We and a week before that. We had a little challenge going on. I never really did put up a post.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it was more for fun.
Yeah, it was kind of a fun thing.
Yeah, it
I guess
wasn't
you
really a
never really
contest.
put up anything.
No, I didn't. But
So it
but
was-
we can talk about it. So
It was
can we refresh?
how many Biden signs or bumper stickers we would see going to Pennsylvania and on the way back, and the whole time while we were there. Now, to be fair, we did not exactly drive like downtown Pittsburgh. We pretty much stuck around the racetrack area and the outskirts of Pittsburgh. So,
Yeah, I mean, we weren't off. We weren't in residential neighborhoods. We were literally just whatever's on the freeway and right off of the freeway.
Right.
So Steve, would you like to tell people how many Biden Harris stickers?
one. We saw one.
One.
We saw it as soon as we got off of 77 in Whitville, Virginia. And it was a dude who had a Florida license plate, and he had a Biden-Harris bumper sticker.
That was it.
And that's the only thing we saw the entire time we were gone.
Yeah, I guess I could have combed my hair today.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So that was it.
Yeah, and there's no telling how many.
And then we saw
how
like an
many
assload of
stickers.
Trump stuff.
So much.
It was just
Oh
stupid.
my gosh! Even like somebody did a homemade like giant not
Trump
just a
sign
billboard.
thing,
yeah,
yeah.
it was like the individual letters all.
It was kind of like the thing that you saw on the news about like on.
Like in Hollywood?
In California, where they like did the Hollywood type of sign, but it
Yeah.
was like kind of like that, but smaller. But it was pretty badass.
Yeah, it was really badass. All right, so
and that was in West Virginia.
Oh yeah, really? Okay, gotcha. And I'm trying to get some of the comments here. So let's see here. We have what's up, Kate and Steve. I have a question about the Daytona 1 oil additive. Do you recommend using it with every oil change or alternate every other?
I mean, every oil change is like, all right. actually, me and Kate have talked a lot with Buck here recently, so you can actually probably, on some of this stuff, drop it down to about 1 ounce per quart per oil change now.
Oh, like after your initial treatment?
After the initial treatment. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, I'd use it every oil change. I mean, I've used this stuff for years, and it's honestly, I mean, I don't promote stuff that doesn't work, so I'm telling you it works, and it's good stuff. So.
Well, pardon me for just a moment here. I'm going to turn it
I'll
off.
go turn it off.
Okay.
I'm closer.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's always fun when you do a live video, and it's like we try to remove all the distractions. Things like turn off air conditioners when we can. There we go. That goes off of that. Try to find a quiet place. Lighting, we don't worry about as much. But sound, we always like to try to make sure that we've got good sound. So, yeah. There we go. Well, good. Thank you for doing that. Appreciate it. Okay. Great. And, oh, gosh, a couple things about your age. So, Dave says, age is like wine, gets better with age.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. Doug is giving you a little bit of advice here. He says, when you go for your prostate, tell him to use 2 fingers so you get a second opinion.
Yeah. Alrighty. That'll work.
There you go.
I was going to ask for a female doctor, but, you know.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, great. And I finally have comments.
Because hopefully her fingers are smaller.
Hey. Yes. Scott's welcoming us back from our road trip.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a whole lot of miles in a quick bit of time.
And we did basically, 90 miles an hour? Almost the whole way there.
Yeah?
The way there was much faster than the way back. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, you were the race car driver in the rental car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but hey, you get to, there's good ones, and, you just never know what's going to happen when you hit the highway.
Well, I mean, I got lucky when we got on 79 and got Interstate 79.
Yeah.
And got in with a group of 4 cars, and we just kept swapping the lead around and basically went anywhere between 85 and 100
yeah, so
on 79.
You were drafting each other, I think, something like that. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, oh my gosh, you were going to love this. Brian says, when we raced in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, I call it Pennsylvania too, yeah.
So when we raced in Pennsylvania, there had to be 100 Trump to a handful of Hillary yard signs.
Exactly, yeah, it's the same thing this year. I mean, honestly,
yeah.
It's crazy. I honestly expect to see a bunch of Biden crap, just, I don't know, just because of kind of where we were going.
Well, I don't know, you watch, I mean, I don't really watch the news I don't have regular cable television.
Yeah, and I assume if we had driven downtown Pittsburgh, we probably would have saw some of that, but we didn't, so.
Yeah, or some of the residential
But the whole
areas.
challenge was just where we were going and where we were coming back to.
Right, exactly. Okay. All right. Gary says, good to see y'all. Been a while. Nick says, Nick's got a question. He says, what's the best water pump for a 602 crate?
I use either the Stewart pumps or the Edelbrocks.
Yeah.
I'm actually a big fan of the Edelbrock pump.
Yeah, that 8817.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we've got that. It's right there on Crate Insider's website.
I've never had a Edelbrock fail.
Really?
No.
Nice.
So.
Nice. For a while, there was a particular Edelbrock you liked, but it ended up being more difficult to install. You had to have extra brackets.
Yeah, it was kind of based on the LS water pump, which,
okay.
I mean, I'd still use that today, but it's just not practical, and the price is a little bit out of some people's range as far as water pumps go.
Yeah, it's a little high, and then plus you have to get extra special brackets and.
Yeah, I mean everything changes.
But everything works really, really well with this one.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Michael says, looking at getting my engine freshened up this winter, and it has your name on it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I was going to bring it back to you. If I call you this week with the seal numbers, can you confirm that you did it last?
There's a couple ways to actually find out if we did one. Number one is going to be, there'll be a build certification number stamped in the right front corner of the block and the left rear corner of the block. Just in front of the passenger side cylinder head, just behind the driver's side cylinder head. And if you'll go, if it's a Crate Racing USA sealed engine, if you'll go to their website, you can actually enter that build certification number, and it'll tell you who did the engine last. The other way to tell, we laser etch our name and our timing cover every engine that goes out the door has got our name laser etched in it. So.
Well, and if somebody else did it in between, they'd have to pull off.
I mean, they could. Well, no, they could potentially reuse the timing cover.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, the Crate Racing USA website, actually, you can check your seals on there.
Gotcha. Oh, so this is back to your prostate exam here. So Doug says, when I got mine, I picked a Chinese doctor, thinking little fingers, biggest Chinese dude I have ever seen in my life. I'm so glad we have all of our friends that participate in our show here, because we literally could not have made that up.
I'm just glad there's a lot of people that had thumbs and fingers and shit stuck up their ass. So.
Oh my gosh! Now I'm wondering if I have to put explicit when I post the podcast. I'm making all.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Lay says hello, and Bill's hi kids. We're kids. How's that feel to be called a kid?
I have not been called that in like 30 years. So.
Well, maybe your mommy. Did your mommy? Well, she didn't even call you kid last night.
No,
she said nice things about you.
Yep, she
did. Well, keep asking those questions. We are so glad that you are here, and we're glad we're here. This is a lot of fun. We're getting lots of friends. We'll probably put those up. I mean, I'll put them up somewhere. My gosh, it was my gosh.
There's one.
Yep, there's one. We can show it.
My friend Angela sent that one.
Yeah, so we can talk about it, and it was with Steve. In fact, we broadcast Unsealed, or on here on the Crate Insider. We broadcast on July 4th from Andy Garris's new house.
Yeah.
Now, Andy Garris, of course, is from Profab, and Andy just bought a new house, and he has the biggest deck that any of us have ever seen.
Yeah, it's like just ginormous.
It is huge. It is the biggest deck. And so for Steve's birthday, he was presented last night with a custom-made t-shirt that says,
Bye,
bye Brie, says, I wish my deck was as big as Andy's.
Exactly. And I do. I am deck jealous.
You have deck envy?
I have deck envy.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and Bill says, well, it's better to say hi kids rather than hi old dudes.
Well, this is true. Thank you.
And I'm not a dude, so yeah. Lay says, I won't post my question. Okay. All right. Well, feel free. It's anyone. This is, we talk about whatever we want to talk about on this show. Are there really, I guess, since last time we had a show.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because we missed last week.
Obviously. So Trump had coronavirus, got treated, and now he doesn't.
Yeah.
And it seems like there's a whole lot of panic out there in the world about the.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even have words anymore.
I mean, what do you expect?
I thought we were supposed to listen to the scientists.
So the leader of the free world gets cured of coronavirus in a few days.
Yeah.
Big shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and his doctor saying he's good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And that's apparently all to hell, because all I've read is headlines.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I can't read half the shit that's posted nowadays.
Oh my gosh, it is every spin. There's no truth of anything there. Great. And let's see. Oh, there we go. Betty, your mommy is here.
Oh, there you go.
Mommy says, and just how is the old boy feeling today?
I'm feeling great, actually.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning. I have to admit, I felt a little rough, but yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I feel good now.
And just to let you know, Betty, it was amazing. He actually ate after the end of the party.
Yeah, when I came home after or came back here after the party,
you
I ate,
some food.
And then it was like, wow, now I feel like 100%.
Yeah, you were back to that. And Mikey says, happy birthday, young gun.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Appreciate
birthday. Happy birthday. We got all exciting events coming up here. We've got...
well, let's talk about the trade show.
Let's do that. That's great.
So...
Yeah.
Do you want to dive into it? Because you're like the...
Sure.
Trade show leader ace, along with your brother.
Yeah. My goodness, we made a tremendous progress. We have over half of the booths sold. I mean, way more than half. Probably 2/3 of the booths are already occupied with some amazing manufacturers. Really excited about what they're bringing, and the show's going to come up quick, December 11th and 12th of 2020 at Hickory Hickory, North Carolina, at the Hickory Metro Convention Center, right along the interstate. So probably since the last time. So we filled up more of the show with more exhibitors. We have hotels. It's all on the website. So carsracingshow.com. And we have that all up on the website. We do update the floor plan quite frequently between, like I update the website and my brother updates the floor plan.
Yep.
And we're just working together and, just making progress. And it won't be long. And our next step here is to also be working on some of the seminars that are going to be taking place during the show. Because that's a key part. There's a few different reasons why why do you go to a racing trade show? It's not like you don't know your racing buddies, and it's not like you can't send a Facebook message to a company. But my goodness, it's so much different when you can be there face to face, right there talking to a person, get that opportunity to have these seminars, classes, learn from the experts in the industry and be able to ask your questions, and then go to their booths and take a look at the products up close, personal. I do everything I can on my end to take good pictures, to do videos about products. And I know at the same time that it will never replace the actually seeing, touching, feeling the product yourself.
Right.
So that's why it was really important to bring this person-to-person experience
Well,
together.
I mean, the cool thing about trade show, too, is, you're actually having one.
Yeah, there's that.
So, so it's going to be like the hot spot on December 11th and 12th.
Well, I don't know if we want to say hot spot. We're going to say it's the place to be. Hot spot kind of, there's a whole book. There was a whole book. I think that was Crichton back in in the early 90s. Michael Crichton, I think, wrote that. That was a book about Ebola.
Well, I'll just say it's going to be it's going to be the place you want to be. I'll put it there.
Oh, for sure. So we have attendee registration up. It's free to register for now. Yep. Anyway, we're going to have a short time or limited time pre-registration. A lot of reasons for that. We want to be able to print all the badges. We're going to have nice badges at the show. We want to be able to pre-print those. Otherwise, you'll have to pay at the door. We really don't want to have anybody pay.
No.
We want to do the pre-registrations. That way we can make badges. It'll make it a lot faster and easier to check in.
Yep.
And we'll have, people's information.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think we're going to probably start doing some prizes too that we're going to pick from our
cool.
attendee registrants. And then we'll just have all those
like a door prize kind of thing.
Yeah, and then they could pick up their prizes at the door,
right.
Literally when they come to the show. So I think we'll be able to put some prize packs together. Cool. Just kind of, it's honestly it's kind of like your party. You just kind of have to do one thing at a time. You can only do certain things at certain times. So first of all, we're just getting the website up and making all the arrangements and hotels and exhibitors, and we do have some exhibitor spots. So if there's a company that you don't see on our list that you would like to see at the show, let us know. And we're still just getting the word out. It's just getting the word out. That's a big part of it.
Well, I mean, honestly, the companies that are serious about doing trade shows are going to be there. So what else do you need?
Yeah, I agree. Great. Well, it looks like we got some more questions here. So, and if anybody has trade show questions or questions about the trade show,
absolutely.
let me know.
Or you can private message you too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Lay says, what is the best 604 springs that you don't have to change every few races?
604 springs are not really a big issue. The newest one's out. There's a new variant of the 604 spring that GM's released, and so far so good. 604s aren't like 602s. The springs on those are actually pretty decent product. I'm not going to say they're great because they're not, still not like a race standard type of spring. But as far as those, the ones that they've currently released, I think it's a good spring. So every few races, no. I mean, I've got customers that randomly change them out every 10 races. I've got customers that do it every 15 races. I've had dudes that have run them 30 races.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily recommend doing that, but 10, 15 race range, as far as changing the springs, that's fine. I would still check them after every race because on the old style blue spring, Beehive, I've seen probably 6 broken ones in the last 5 years.
Well, I think something we also...
Which I don't know. I don't have a track record on the new ones to see if they will break or if it's going to be a issue there. But
well, hard to have a long-term study on something we've had for a month.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, there is no long term.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we just don't know what they're going to do,
but I think
they seem to be okay.
Well, and an important thing to mention is the fact that there's a reason why we only sell GM springs on Crate Insider, because I actually don't know of a series where any other aftermarket springs are legal.
Nothing that I know of.
Maybe there's something in asphalt, maybe?
Maybe in asphalt somewhere, but even now in asphalt, they're actually kind of going by the rules. Most asphalt tracks were before, like, in the before times.
What is that from? What's the before times from?
There was a lot of cheated up friggin' asphalt engines.
Oh, yeah. Cams especially.
Oh, God, yeah.
How many asphalt cams?
Everybody thinks they can cheat up a cam and get away with it. No, you can't if your tech is actually, worth a shit.
Yeah, true. Okay. Oh, so Betty says, by the way, Kate, you and Tori did a phenomenal job on Steve's party. Everyone had such a great time. Thanks again.
And it was totally badass.
Yeah, and huge thanks to Tori. I can't even run my life anymore
That's your evil
Tori.
assistant.
Yes, she's amazing.
Your evil hot assistant.
Yes, my amazing assistant. Love her. Pam says, like your shirt, Steve.
2 thumbs up.
Yep, Trump. There's absolutely no secrets. I was a silent Trump.
There's like really
supporter
no
for a while.
option.
Well,
I mean, it's not that I'm like all about Trump.
Oh, but I am.
It's just, well, I know you are, but there's a few things I disagree with him on.
Same here.
But I'm gonna say, I mean, it's like Trump or a dude who can't, I don't know, speak a sentence coherently. So.
Yeah, I know. It's not really... Well, I mean, many presidential elections in my lifetime has been, for me, it's been voting for, whatever is like the least vile of the two.
Yeah.
But this is one of the few elections where, well, like 2016. I mean, it wasn't even a question. I am definitely a hardcore Trump supporter.
Well, I'm like...
And I don't agree with everything with you either.
No,
so,
I mean, God, no. I would hope not.
We sit next to each other, so no, I don't agree with absolutely everything. I'm not a sycophant in that way.
I did mess with my friends today when I went to Don Ramon's.
Oh my gosh, tell us, what did you do?
So like Chris, he walked in, he didn't see my shirt. So I walked up next to him and I'm like, Donald, take my picture with Chris. Because we didn't get a picture together last night. And Donald, of course, he knew the shirt I had on, and he's like, and my buddy Chris, he like can't stand Trump.
Really?
So
That's sad.
And Donald was like, do a thumbs up.
Oh,
so
God.
Me and Chris were both thumbs up with my Trump shirt on. Then he started hollering fake news.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Too bad you didn't have Sally on the other side of you.
Oh, no. I got a picture of Sally and Jimmy Joe.
Yeah, we do have, I'm not even going to say we have Biden supporting friends. We have friends who are non-Trump supporting friends.
Oh, yeah,
that don't
absolutely.
Understand it.
And you know what?
Yes.
Politics doesn't dominate our friendships, so...
Yeah, not at all. Oh, my God.
Which I feel sorry for people it does.
We have Andy's on the show today, and Andy's question is, who is Tori? So I got to tell you this story. So there was a time that Andy was coming up from Concord, because he's down in Concord, and sometimes he'll bring up headers or whatever up here, and I knew he was coming, but I hadn't said anything. And so Tori and I are in the office, and I'm like on a conference call or something, and the door knocks, and I'm like, hey, go answer it. And she goes down there, and she's like, what are you, she didn't recognize Andy.
She'd never met him.
So now it's like this ongoing thing of like who's Andy again? And who are you? Are you the UPS driver? So Andy's like, who's Tori? All right, Dennis is here. He says Trump train 2020. Absolutely.
Amen.
Gary's hello. Gary and Susie are here, so congratulations. Of course, they got married here recently, and they've been big supporters of our show.
Nice.
So that's great. Thank you for being here. Kevin's here. He says, hey, y'all, for Georgia. So,
all right,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah, it's always fun to see all the people. I know we've got California here. Scott's here from California, and we got Georgia. We've got probably a Pennsyltucky
or two. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you one thing about them damn Yankees up there is they can freaking drink.
Yeah.
Because remember night one?
I do.
Thursday night?
Yeah. So let me paint the picture for you.
Yeah.
So we leave here at about was it 10 o'clock in the morning? 9 o'clock? It was about 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I set a new world record getting you Pittsburgh.
you did. It's like 7 hours, and so we check in or do something, and somebody messages Steve and says, hey, I was like on the phone like a good part of the whole trip because I wasn't driving, so yeah, I was making deals and stuff. That's kind of who I am and what I do.
And I was like ready to go relax, sit at a restaurant and have a beer.
Yeah. So we
eat, obviously, because we were starving.
Yeah, so we get there. We didn't even eat then.
No, I know.
But we drop our stuff at the hotel, and that's what it was. We were at Quaker Steak, and we were checking in and taking pictures of our drinks or something, which I'm probably going to have one in a minute here. But, so we're doing that, and Steve gets invited to, they've got a whole campers that are all set up.
Yeah, they're already camping up at the racetrack.
At the racetrack.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, let's go out there for a few minutes. And I mean, at this point, I'm tired. We've been riding, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, a little while, no big deal. Yeah. Just kind of wearing what I'm wearing, which is, like a cute shirt with a pullover and a vest, tennis shoes. Like I'm just chill. And except for being chill, it was also like 40 degrees.
It wasn't bad the first night.
Well, no, that first night it was for me because I wasn't prepared.
It started raining on us.
Well, it started raining, and also I was like ready for car. I was dressed for being in the car all day. I was not dressed for being outside in 40-degree weather. Yeah. And so I was.
So it was cold. It was the Gunn family and the Durettes and all them. And
they were fantastic. We had so much fun.
We went up there and just started shooting the shit and drinking beer and.
Yeah.
Then, the whiskey came out, and the fireball, and blah, 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 and... Yeah, I don't remember the rest of the night.
I know you do not. Yes,
Because I never ate.
Right. I did. At least you...
We had an appetizer.
Yeah, because I ordered an appetizer, and I was like, okay, you're gonna eat some of this.
And, of course, once I get on the road, I don't stop and eat. We just haul ass.
And I didn't care.
And I get to where I'm going.
Well, and I bring all my car activities because I'm like a child.
Yeah.
So I have all of my little car activities with me.
I had a couple beer cheese pretzels at Quaker Steak.
Yeah, that was it.
Tore into the beer and the whiskey at the campsite.
Yep. So. You sure did.
But anyways.
It was a fun time.
Them bastards can drink. That's all I have to say.
Yes, they drank you under the table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
they won. They won that deal there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably why they won the Civil War.
Oh, God. Oh. Well, a whole lot of Trump flags flying in that campground right there. Kevin says, loving my flat air filter base and tire prep.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
wish we could use the tire prep.
Yeah, in places that can. I mean, the feedback is really good. I don't get to see a lot of reviews. We just don't get a lot of reviews on that.
No, it's a good product.
But it's, for the longevity of the tires as well. Is what's nice.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day when we all used tire prep, the Daytona 1 stuff did not exist at the time. Mm-hmm.
And that's probably the reason why so many of these places are banned from using it is because of all of the terrible, destructive tire preps that were.
Well, I mean, I can tell you back in the day, like when we were running crates and we were on that shitty Goodyear tire, I could make a whole set of Goodyears last. I mean, I ran a set 9 races.
Nice.
After prepping them every week.
Yeah.
I mean, that's before the Daytona 1 stuff, but this was, back in the Lambert Blue days and all that stuff. So.
It was funny. We were riding around a track, I think about a year ago.
Lambert Blue, Lambert Red.
Well,
anytime you walk around the pits and you smell grapes, I know what it is.
It was so funny because you're like, oh, there's the Lambert Blue.
We were at Charlotte.
I know. That's what I'm talking about.
Last year, and we walked by a modified trailer. I'm like, that dude's got Lambert Blue on his freaking tires.
And we're at least like 30 or 40 feet away.
Exactly.
It was pretty funny. Well, feel free to drop in with your questions, you guys. Drop them in there. We're happy to answer them. Any of your tech questions, random life questions, all of those, all of the things.
I did do my whole thing this year with my birthday.
Yeah, your 50 things you've learned, your shit you've learned in 50 years.
Shit I've learned in 50 years.
And I'm going to apologize to you in advance. I did not get a chance to read it. I've been kind of in...
Well, to be fair, there's like 324 things I've learned in 50 years.
Okay. It's good. I mean, you always add on to it year after year.
Well, that's what I do.
It's an add-on.
I've done it for like 15 years now.
Yeah, it's amazing that you've kept up that tradition. I've done it a couple of times.
Well, I don't know if I can do it now because Facebook's like banning notes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, they're constantly changing things, which I just kind of roll with.
Completely stupid.
Yeah.
Like their whole new format's like just lame. But.
There's not a marketer. I'm in a lot of marketing groups. Those of us who use social media for business, and I can't tell you of one person that likes the new Facebook layout.
It's just stupid.
Which is sad. I mean, but then again, I know we're just going to get used to it. I just roll with it and just try to figure it out.
Yeah, we're going to get used to it.
I even have a new app. There's even a new app on the phone for Facebook pages. It's like the business hub. So I'm hoping to figure it out. I'll figure it out. It'll be fine.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe I'll make a video or two on it.
Well, I mean, it took me forever the other day. I had to call you. I got mad at you on the phone.
You totally did get mad at me on the
because
phone.
you couldn't figure it out. So I got mad at you.
Like I didn't know the answer.
Because I couldn't share, my customers, a lot of times they'll share their win stuff. Like Matt Long shared that he won the fast track championship race.
That is congratulations.
Last weekend.
Yeah, fantastic.
And I couldn't figure out how to share it. He tagged me in it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't share it to my page because of the whole new Facebook bullshit.
Yeah.
So then I got mad at you.
You did. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I
switched
it back, and
it's your fault. It's not Facebook's fault. It's your fault.
It's always my fault. That's all right. I mean,
but yeah, we were on the phone 20 minutes. I'm like, how do I share this?
And then I hit it
I was
to the
raging.
I haven't even gone back to the old layout. So then I go back to the old layout, and I still can't really even because I've just been getting myself used to the new layout, whether I wanted to or not. And
right.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like I don't have the magic wand here for figuring out the Facebook thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is it getting darker earlier now already?
Yeah, it totally is. It's dark at 7 o'clock. We're getting back to that
I know.
bullshit.
Oh my gosh. It's only 5:20. So. All right, Kevin says Trump 2020 all the way.
Yes, sir.
100%. Absolutely. And anybody that's liberal, I'm happy to have a reasonable, logical conversation with you.
You haven't been able to yet.
I try, and except for people don't like that when I bring up things like facts.
Yeah, there's that.
I can't argue people's feelings.
That pesky little fact thing.
Facts. Yeah, it is. I don't know.
Can't believe I just picked a scab on live fucking Facebook.
Of course you did. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's
Are you bleeding your own blood?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
it
well,
just
it's
bothered
good.
me. So
okay,
right
there you go. Yeah, you never know. Now, have you had any questions this week, maybe on the phone or anything, that it would be some good information to share with our audience?
I do not. No, I really haven't. I've just every week. I mean, I don't know. There's just certain people that you're amazed that can race, and certain people who are honestly not qualified to use certain products.
Oh.
But other than that, no.
Yeah. Gosh, and Josh is here. He says reasonable and logical does not fit within the word liberal or Democrat.
No, it doesn't.
You
I mean, God help the world if anybody other than the extreme left started rioting in the streets.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really. I hope we don't have to go there.
No, I mean, I hope we don't either. But I got a feeling that this election's going to end up being this shit show of a try to steal shit on the side of the left.
Yeah.
So there's going to be ballot harvesting, and I mean they're already catching people doing this. They're catching friggin' mail people throwing out ballots. I mean it's going to be a shit show, which is what they wanted.
Yeah.
I mean to me
have the questionableness.
Yeah, I mean to me the exact idea of the left is to make it questionable.
Yeah.
So when Trump wins, which I know he will, when he wins, is it legit?
Right.
That's what they want to have.
And
which is why we dealt with 3 years of Russian collusion bullshit.
Yeah.
So.
And totally fake. And
fake. Drummed up by the bitch herself, frickin' Hillary Clinton. So.
Well, and why isn't Michael Flynn completely released of all?
Oh my God.
Whatever. You got a judge becoming a prosecutor.
Exactly.
Come on. I mean, yeah. I don't wake up in the morning with this idea that the world is fair. The world is, we don't live in a fair world.
Speaking of judges,
Ooh.
how do you feel about the whole Supreme Court thing?
Yeah.
Here's how I feel about it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're on the left, guess what? Your old-ass chick who died probably should have retired while Obama was president. Then he could have got the pick. Mm-hmm. But you know what? She didn't, so tough shit.
Well, I think here's something that really important to know about is that the idea of a conservative and a liberal judge is not the same as a conservative or a liberal when we talk about politics.
Correct.
Conservative means to the letter of the law of the Constitution,
Correct.
how the founders had meant for it to be interpreted.
Correct.
Whereas a liberal is trying to view the world in that way we live
Well,
today.
I mean, that's what we want as judges, as constitutionalists.
That's what I want. I mean,
So.
and I don't really know I don't really know about some of those hot issues.
So that Amy Coney
Barrett.
Coney Barrett, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I mean, hell, vote her in.
Yeah, well, I watched a couple of YouTube videos where, from years and years ago where she's talking about certain things, and she's not way out there like some of these have been.
No.
There have been some Senate confirmations over the years that I've watched and gone, why is this person even sitting here?
It's a bit wacky.
But, at least it would be hard to call her that she's sexually assaults anyone. It'd be hard to say that she's racist.
What, you mean what's her name isn't going to come out and be like, oh yeah, she was at the party too and she held me down?
Yeah.
What was that crazy bitch?
I don't even want to mention her name out loud. Number one, I can't even remember it.
Blasey Ford or whatever the hell her name was.
Christine Blasey Ford.
Oh my god.
Yeah, with her fake tears.
Friggin' Super Karen.
Yeah. You get Kamala with her just absolutely berating, we believe women, all of them.
Yeah, except
for if they like accuse
Joe Biden.
Oh my god.
And now he's totally not a racist.
No. Unbelievable. What about that little girl that got when bused to school or whatever? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
All right, so we got some comments from our audience here. Brian says, them left-wing nuts aren't capable of having a conversation. It's very
No, they're
true.
not, honestly.
Yeah. Gary says,
now, to be fair, I do know a few that are.
Yeah.
But I've got a good friend of mine who I grew up with, and he's like on the, I'm going to say the extreme left. He likes to say he's a, what do you call it, a independent.
Progressive? Oh, he's not, he is not independent.
No, he's not independent. He's like way far left. And
yeah,
he's somebody who's like worthy of an argument with, honestly. Because he will definitely do his research on, the left-wing side of things to present a good argument.
Yeah.
But I still don't agree with him, and he'll never change my mind. I'll never change his mind, so we just banter back and forth with each other.
Which is fun.
Kitty.
Okay, it looks like we have a special guest. Hi, Pippi. Pippi, do you want to say hi to everybody? Oh my goodness, he's got wet feet, and he's on my shirt. Hi, Pippi. Pippi just wants to like breeze in and do his thing, and he's being a photo bomber.
Well,
all
sure.
right. Gary says, what would Democrats know about facts? It's true.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I don't know though. I mean, there's a few Republicans I guess say the same thing.
I'm gonna agree with you there.
But
yeah.
I'm trust me, I'm a registered Republican.
I'm an independent.
She's a registered independent.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that a lot of times I disagree with the Republican Party. I guess.
So do I.
Yeah.
Pippi's helping with the camera.
So I guess what you can say is like I'm fiscally, militarily, very conservative, probably socially liberal in some aspects.
So am I. Same here. Okay. And, Mikey says, hashtag 2020, nothing is surprising this year. Question for you, winter motor prep. Anything besides the obvious?
No, honestly. So the obvious would be, if you're going to like store it for the winter, if you're not in a...
well, Mikey's in Oregon, so I know it's cold there. So definitely speak to that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not in some place where you got a climate-controlled building, then obviously, get the water drained. Then normally we'll dump oil down the engine as it's running to lubricate everything, and then shut it off for the year. You're good to go.
Great. Willie says, I have your new 604 with dyno time on it. Sounds smooth at idle, but both headers has a small skip in them randomly. What's it sound like to you, Steve?
The anti-reversion mufflers.
Yeah.
If you've got those on there, yes.
Yeah, if you have anti-reversion mufflers, they always make that. Willie Madison.
Yeah.
They almost make it sound like it is skipping, and they make it sound. I always think it makes it sound mean. Like it sounds mean.
Well, I mean,
Especially
they'll
going through the
they'll just sound like a little weird. Every now and again. I mean, the Dynatech's not so much. I mean the Profab's not so much. The Dynatech's used to be really bad for. Be like this occasional pop, pop, pop sound out of the exhaust.
Yeah.
But like the Profabs, you'll hear it a little bit, but it's not
as
not as prevalent as the older style headers.
And Ken says, "Hey there." Yeah. So hey, Ken. Yeah, we're so grateful for all of you being here. I don't think we have any other topics really for today. I don't see any other questions. We've been at about an hour here.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that
Doesn't
amazing?
seem like that. I guess because we missed last week, it doesn't seem as long.
I know, because we've just been
there's
having
Neil.
fun. Neil says, sorry I missed the party. It's okay, we'll have another party.
We'll have another party at the trade show.
Yeah, this is honestly, Steve's birthday just kicked off party season as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Because that's one party. Then coming up, we've got the Short Track World Championships going down to Charlotte, so we'll be there for Halloween. All you have to remember is it's Halloween weekend.
Right.
Is what I have to remember about that.
Thank God.
Yep. From that party, I think then I will have a little bit of a break until the trade show, which will certainly be a party. And then we have our Christmas party, which we'll have December 23rd this year at Hendron's shop. So, really, honestly, I extend this invitation to our audience. If you want to come to our Christmas party at Hendron Racing Engines, it'll be on Wednesday, December 23rd. Yeah.
It's pretty much a kind of a major rager.
It is. It's an open house, basically.
Yeah, and we start at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and we go until, what time we go home last year? 2 a.m.?
I don't know. It was late. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty exciting.
It is fun.
Hopefully it won't go full redneck like it did last year. But.
I know. I don't want to go there. But yeah, we have beer, and now there's the kegerator. So we were able to take the kegerator to the party last night, and we'll have the kegerator at your shop. We'll have our heaters that we'll have out.
Live music.
Food, live music. Yep, we do the whole...
With our buddy.
Whole deal. Rock and Randall.
Rock and Randall.
We love Rock and Randall. He's great. Yes. So he's already booked for the 23rd.
Did you ever do anything with him for the trade show?
We're still deciding on all the things. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Right,
We're
cool.
with the Jimmy and I just trying to figure out all the format for everything.
Yeah. I think it'd be kind of fun to have him at least one night.
I think so.
Maybe two. I mean, 2 nights. I mean, everybody's gonna enjoy him. The guy just freaking.
Oh, I know.
That's why they call him Rock and Randall. He rocks.
We love him. He's great. We love Rock and Randall.
Yep.
We're just so lucky to have the amazing people in our lives, both you are in my life, that just add so much value to our existence here. And here we go. Oh, and Neil says, "Well, hey, we're gonna have to make up for it at the show." That
we
missed
will.
the party. Oh,
yeah,
we will.
Trust me.
He says, "Diet Coke for everyone." All right, back to Willie's headers. He says these are Bea, and exactly is what they're doing. Pop, pop, pop. So it could be the Beas with the anti-reversion mufflers as well.
Well, they've got their version of those.
Yeah.
But usually, like if you're hearing a popping sound, you're probably getting an air leak of some sort. So it's either going to be at the flange, or you could have something as simple as a pinhole in a weld or something like that, which will create that popping sound. So what it is unburned fuel as it goes out the exhaust, exploding basically. So you hear the pop, pop, pop.
Now, what's the best way if you are looking for a pinhole in headers? What's the best way? I mean, like, if it's a tire, I know to like spray soapy solution on it and see where the bubbles are, but what is something you could do for headers to try to determine that?
Honestly, I don't know. Buy headers that don't leak.
Well, I mean, at some point, anybody's going to get a cracked header or something, That can happen.
I don't know, honestly. There's no real good solution there.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But I mean, odds are it's going to be an air leak of some sort, I would think.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah. So we know about the anti-reversion mufflers as well as the popping sound. If we, how do you tell the difference between those two different kind of sounds? Like which one's an okay sound and which one's I need to do something about this sound.
Ultimately, it's not going to hurt anything.
Oh, okay.
So it's nothing I'd worry about either way.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, Josh says he has a question for Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any performance advantages running the fuel pump on the back of the motor? I am under the impression the engine is still turning it.
No. I mean, like horsepower-wise, no. I haven't seen any like gains or losses as far as like running it on the block or mechanical type on the block or on the back of the engine. I prefer running on the back of the engine because then you have a belt drive pump with 100% positive pumping pressure at all times when the engine's running. I've seen a lot of mechanical pumps fail, and to me right now the only mechanical pump worth a shit is going to be that one that Willie makes, which is the one that Howard Stewart originally made, and it's a really good pump. But
that pump is meant for far more pressure than most guys run.
Well, it puts out a ton of pressure, but it puts out the same amount of pressure as like a belt drive pump, which would run off the back. So you still have to run a bypass system, everything else.
You really have to.
I prefer the pump on the back of the engine or that Willys block-mounted pump with a bypass system anyway.
But you need more than a bypass system with Willys pump,
no, you don't.
though. Okay, I thought it was meant for the Super Bowls because it has a massive
well,
amount of pressure.
It works great for the Super Bowls. Yeah.
Well, yeah, for that, but I don't know about the other.
Yeah, it works great on a standard engine too. So.
Okay.
I mean, standard, not Super Bowl setup.
Gotcha.
What I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I did not know that.
But I prefer everything running off the back.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason to run anything block mounted. Power steering, fuel, all 9 yards.
Interesting. Okay.
Just my opinion. I mean, somebody might have another opinion. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just what I prefer.
Well, I think that some of this is also going to be in the rules, what your rules will allow. Depending on what your
there are some series that do that. You can't run this or you can't run that, which to me is just like completely stupid. But I guess
I'm sure there's reasoning. But
any time a series says they're trying to save you money, which is usually what the excuse is, they're costing you money.
Well, because racers are going to find that gray area. We're all about that gray area sweet spot, right?
Everybody is.
Yeah.
That's why it's racing.
Yeah.
That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
That's why we're all interested.
It's the challenge. It's the challenge of it all. Yeah.
So if I can gain 1 or 2 here or there.
Right.
In the gray area.
Well, I think we'll also agree, though, running some of these, like when you run everything off the back, it is more expensive.
It's more expensive, but you own it forever.
Oh, good to know.
Like, those products don't fail.
Okay.
I mean...
I'm not arguing one way or another.
I've owned several different... usually... Sorry.
You're fine.
Usually... Air's kind of thick tonight because it's kind of rainy.
Yeah.
I'll use... I've used several different power steering pumps over the years on the back. Most commonly, I'll use the KRC.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I've used... probably 10 different brands of fuel pumps. None of them ever fail. So, I can't say that for a block-mounted pump.
Okay. Good to know. Great. Well, I think we're, I don't think we don't have any more questions. I don't think we have any more, current events. Really?
Is there not?
No, I don't think so. I think we can wrap this up. Eat some food. Because we have food left over from the party.
Well, tell them about that part of it.
Oh.
So what happened to you on Friday?
Well...
Now, like, she threw this party for me. Which was just ended up being badass. So
yeah, I rented the venue and had the DJ and was doing all the decorations, and I was really just gonna like make cupcakes and maybe a couple appetizers. That was what I was gonna do, and I was gonna cater the event and have a bartender. I did have a bartender, and so I was gonna cater it. And so looking at catering, I started shopping around town, and pretty much any of the caterers really wanted me to just pick a whole bunch of takeout off of, like, just a giant amount of takeout off of their menu.
Like finger food kind of shit.
Yeah, and then I finally got with someone who would have, like, a hot food, because I wanted it to be nice, and we talked right before Steve and I went to Pennsylvania, and he had a couple suggestions. We were going to finalize the menu this week, like on... he was going to call me Monday or Tuesday and finalize the menu before we go to the weekend. And so I hadn't heard from him on Monday. I sent his Facebook page a message on Tuesday. finally talked to him on Wednesday or Thursday, one or the other, because at some point I got to figure this out. And when I talked to him, he's like, oh, yeah, I had this problem with my cornea. And I was like, I mean, I'm not going to try to be a jerk and, like, make you do this party. You know, same time, like, I kind of need to know what's going on. Well, I've ordered the food, and I really wasn't even 100% on his menu. So this was on Thursday, and, of course, the party's Saturday. So on Thursday, he says, well, I've got an appointment with a specialist in the morning, and I'll give you a call after that and let you know what's going on there, because, you know, like, I'm worried about, like, the lifting of things and all of that. And I was like, well, you know, we can always get people to help, not a big deal.
Like you're gonna blow your cornea out.
Yeah. So on Friday morning, I hadn't heard from him by 10 o'clock in the morning. In the meantime, I'd already figured out plan B, and that plan B was that I would cook. I made up a menu and everything, so I hadn't heard from him by 10. So I just sent him a message, said, you know what, don't worry about it.
So you and Tori went to work.
Yeah, so I went to the store. I made my my
burned
menu.
all day Friday.
Oh, all day, burned for the party planning. Yeah. I was up till about 4 on Friday night cooking. God. And then I was wiped out.
You mean Saturday morning?
Yeah, I guess. I guess. Then I was up Saturday morning, and then Tori came and helped me with the decorating, and I cooked all the food. So we had quite the extensive menu. This was more than cheese and crackers.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you what, it's pretty damn good.
So
of course, I didn't eat till after the event, but
yeah, but still, you got to enjoy some of it.
So, it was really good.
Yeah, I made two main dishes and a couple of salads and tapenades and.
So, moral of the story is, if you're in Rutherfordton, North Carolina,
you know, honestly, this could happen anywhere. No, I think the true moral of the story is that there's no time for panic, ever.
Right.
Panic will do nothing but mess you up. You just got to put one foot in front of another and just make shit happen. That's how it works. Just one foot in front of the other, and that's how we were able to make that happen.
Right.
And I'm wiped out today.
And it turned out great.
Yeah, it did. It did. Everybody had fun. I mean, that's the important thing. It wasn't about me. It was about, you know, can we achieve our goal? And that goal was to have a great party, and everybody has fun, and you've got a memory that, you know, you're going to be talking about absolutely. 10 years from now and be like, my 50th birthday party.
Like, what was funny is I went into my favorite restaurant today, Don Ramon's. It was a Mexican restaurant. And, like, all my Mexican buddies in there today, they're like, oh, man, sorry we couldn't make it because we got done. They close at 10 on Saturday. And they're like, sorry we couldn't make it because we had, like, late people come in, and we didn't get out here till, like, 11 or 11:30. I'm like, trust me, you didn't miss a thing, because everybody showed up at 6 at my party, and everybody was drunk by 10:30, and we were all out of there. So,
yeah, that was the shocker to me, because here I am at about. Of course, I wanted to be back. I was there in the morning decorating, and I wanted to be back by 5 to finish up and get all the foods placed and all of that.
Yep.
And it was like 5:40 by the time I show up, and then next thing you know, like, people are showing up. I'm like, what? Since when do you have a party and people show up 20 minutes early to your party? When does that happen? You know, so I didn't really. Then our friends chipped in and helped me put the dishes on the table and everything. Yeah, so
it all turned out pretty badass.
Yeah, it was a fun. I had fun.
So thank you, Kate, for my birthday.
You bet, absolutely. Happy
awesome.
50th, happy birthday to you. And I hope you feel like you were treated like the king that you are.
Oh God.
So with that, I think we'll sign off for this week, for this episode. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for being part of the show. Definitely some calls to action this week. Go to carsracingshow.com and sign up to be an attendee. I mean, it's free. So that's exciting. It's free for now. So make that happen. And we'll plan to be back on Sunday for next week.
Next Sunday.
Yeah, next Sunday for Unsealed. You know, save up those questions, and we will look forward to answering them.
We should do like the Unsealed at the car show.
Yeah, we could.
On like Saturday or something.
Yeah, we'll have to do a show. I mean, well, there's certainly be a lot of live broadcasts happening at the Cars Racing
I know
show.
you're going to be like doing a lot of video.
I will do much. I think I will probably live on video.
I'm pretty sure.
During the entire show. Yeah. All right. But it'll be exciting. It'll be good stuff.
Well, I mean, maybe we get like some special guests and.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, Wesley will help out too, and there'll be some cool stuff.
Yep, for sure.
So awesome. Well, thank you all for being here,
thanks.
and thanks for being part of the show. And we'll see you next week on Unsealed.
Trump 2020.
Trump 2020.
Boom.